you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Lie! Yes.
Well, the debate was a setup from beginning to end. That's my take. You're going to hear about it. I'm not going to bother going through the entirety of the debate, although I did make some great notes about some of the important aspects. But right off the bat, as the debate opened, you can see that the demeanor of Biden was, well, he was like a lost old man. And I think it was meant purposely. I think it was meant to make us feel sorry for him. I think he was going to try that on, but I think what happened is the truth actually came out. He is just a poor, demented old man. So right off the bat, Trump starts banging away, and they start asking questions about the economy, and Trump answers the questions on the economy and goes right into banging Biden over the head about Afghanistan and how he left behind billions of dollars worth of equipment and lost many people in the process. But this debate is actually what I believe a setup for what's to come. Democrats don't do anything at all without having a plan. And their plan has been for a while to get rid of Biden, but they just weren't sure how to do it. So the question came up, how do you get rid of a guy who's been around for 47, 48 years in politics? And, you know, you kind of earn your keeps in politics, kind of like how Kamala got where she was. Well, we won't talk about how she actually got there, but, you know, they can't just pull it away from Biden and pull it away from Kamala Harris. So they allowed Biden to kind of make a slow slide downhill. The reason for the debate being so early in the year, I mean, before any other debate in presidential history, before the convention, and they're doing a debate? Something was up. And what it was? They wanted to expose to the world the truth about Obama. Although, in the news for the past 6, 7, 8 months, consistently they're banging away how great Biden is. Behind closed doors, he's energetic. He's powerful. He's smart. He's right on top of the topics. He is right there. He has the answers. He does more work in one day than, you know, the whole advisory committee of the president.
But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been. This is a battle for the future of American democracy. And now is a good time. In June, thank God, in June, and not October, in June, this is the last chance for Democrats to decide whether this man we've known and loved for a very long time is up to the task.
No. The guy really is just used to sitting around eating ice cream cones. He's gone. He's finished. So they had to find a way to get rid of him. How did they get rid of him? They set him up. And his own wife, yesterday, I think she got a revelation of the setup. So in the end, what happened was they were clapping, his wife Jill, clapping for Biden. Oh, honey, you answered every question. That was ridiculous. They're treating him like a 4-year-old demented old man. For sure he is.
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Lie! Yes.
One of the bigger topics of the debate was abortion. And Biden just really didn't understand the concept of returning the decision to the states. So he kept banging away about how, well, we believe in Roe v. Wade. We believe in Roe v. Wade. Well, of course you do, but that law now is gone. We're gonna bring back Roe v. Wade. You're not going to bring it back. It'll never be brought back again. It's in the state's hands where it belongs according to the Constitution, and now each state can decide on their own just how they're going to have it. But Trump put the nail in the coffin by bringing it to the third trimester, and how the Democrats are open to even killing a child after it's been born. I think that was the nail in the coffin for Biden in regard to the abortion topic. Now, of course, the wackos on the left, I mean, they don't care if they kill a baby when he comes out of the womb. That's kind of immaterial. But to the majority of Americans, they find that repulsive. And so that was a very decisive moment in the plan to eliminate Biden. They allowed him to go off script. What was he looking at? He was looking down as if he had notes. But we know they didn't have any notes on the podium. Or did they? They didn't show us the podiums before the debate. Maybe there were. Maybe when he was scratching, it was this year. Maybe when he was scratching his ear, was that maybe the earpiece? They were talking to him, shut up! Shut up, stop talking. Who knows? Biden then does the worst possible thing. He calls MAGA Republicans and lists them as dangerous. We're the danger. So he basically just took 40-50% of the population and lumped them all, kind of like what's her name did. You remember Clinton when she called us the basket of deplorables? I think that was the turning point in the election for Clinton. Then Biden brings up, actually it was the moderators. They asked a question about, are you going to deport all of the people that came into the country illegally? And it was masterful the way Trump handled it. He didn't answer the question directly, but he kind of diverted it. He goes for the higher ground, and then he goes straight for the jugular of Biden, because it's the Biden's insane border policy is the reason why we have the murders. And then he brings up the murders of the recent. There's been 21 murders in the nation since Biden opened the border, just from illegals alone. And those are the ones we know about. Those are the ones we hear about in the news. So you can imagine the ones that haven't been reported, rapes and incidents of crime and other things that probably haven't been reported at all. But 21 murders, that's horrible. It talks about the Israel and how America has been supporting Israel for all this time. And Biden is taking credit, like he's done such a great job. Biden just had no clue where he was being led. And Trump was masterful in that as well, because he made it clear to the American public that Biden is not standing behind Israel. All he's doing is positioning, posturing. And then Trump nails Biden on spending our money on Ukraine. He's talking about all the money you're giving to Ukraine. When I was in office, he goes, I made the NATO players pay their fair share. That plays big. I don't know about you, but that plays big with me, because we're spending more than enough money overseas. And the last thing we need to do is be giving it to, somebody like Zelensky. We know he's a player. Let's face it. He's in it for the money. But we're on the verge of World War III, folks. We really are. Trump also brought that up last night, on the verge of World War III. But Biden looked old, sounded old, his voice was raspy. I understand maybe he really did have a cold. I don't know. Maybe they injected him with COVID or something. I mean, who knows? I mean, Democrats would do just about anything. They're desperate at this moment. But the classic of the debate was post-debate. Immediately, they go to the board, and everybody there, the CNN, they're all there. And it was like a crying party. Everybody was, I was on my phone, I was getting texts and tweets, and people were sending me all this messages.
I, too, was on the phone throughout much of the debate with Obama world people, with Democrats, with people who are political operatives, with campaign operatives. My phone really never stopped buzzing throughout. And the universal reaction was somewhere approaching panic. The people who were texting with me were very concerned about President Biden seeming extremely feeble, seeming extremely weak.
They're scared. They're frightened. They don't know what to do. Listen, I believe that was real to a degree, but I also believe it's part of the plan. It was part of the plan. One of the first names dropped on that board, a panel, whatever you want to call him. One of the first name dropped was Obama. Oh, Obama was texting me. Obama was texting me. Well, who cares if Obama? We already know Obama. He's the puppet master behind the scenes. He's the one that's been calling the shots all along. The economy won the debate last night. People know that the economy is in trouble, and they know that the best man to solve the problem is Trump. They tried to divert the questions by bringing up something maybe a little bit more, like, for instance, what do we do about child care? It's going up to $11,000 a year to take care of a child. And that's kind of putting everybody, out of the ability to be able to even work and have child care at the same time. What do we do? And Biden's initiatives or the things that he wants to do is give child care tax credits. Okay. The poor people don't care about tax credits. They barely make enough money to even file taxes. Most of them are exempt because they don't even meet the threshold. He has no clue what he's doing as far as running this nation. So the debate, I think, is in the can. It's gone and done. It's going to go down in history as the debate of all time. From what perspective? The worst debate in all of history I have ever seen. If that wasn't a setup, I mean, plain and clear, they knew he was that bad. They knew he was cognitively impaired. They knew that he was physically impaired. Yet they put him out before millions of Americans on television, hoping that he was going to fail. That's right. Now they've got a reason to be able to pull him out and put in somebody else in hopes of beating Trump. But this is not the end of it. This is not the end. They also have another surprise going to come about. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, either before the Democratic convention or maybe slightly after, but there will be other things to happen. Of course, World War III, we are on the brink. And I wouldn't put it past the Democrats to say, hey, we have war right now. This is... We're going to institute martial law because we've got people in the country that are terrorists. We just found out. Yeah, we just found out. Your FBI has been telling you for months and months. Republicans have been telling you for 3 years, close the border because it's dangerous. Anything is possible. They call martial law. They call off elections. Who just did that? Oh, Zelensky. That's right. Oh, because they're a democracy. Yeah, right. Some democracy. We're taking, following suit with some of these third world nations. That's what Biden and the Biden administration has been doing. So here we are. We're headed towards November. It's coming up quick and fast. We got an opioid crisis. We got an open border. We have an economy that's going down the tubes day by day, faster and faster. But the hope is right around the corner. Our hope is that you and I start telling the rest of the world that we've got to get on board. Vote in Donald Trump, and hopefully we'll have maybe 5, maybe as many as 8 years of a reprieve to bring the country back to the side of normalcy so that we could continue on and bring in the next generation with some hope of what's to come. Now, we got some clips that are going to be showing here as we close this video out. The way Biden was looking during the debate was classic. This is dementia. In reality, this is how people act. And it's sad. It really is. And a part of me honestly felt bad for the old guy. It really did. I feel bad for him. But on the other hand, I know he is a purposeful, masterful liar. And he tried to get across some lies last night. But even the moderators were kind of blowing right by him. And after debate, there was a list of all the things that Biden lied about. They mentioned a few things about Trump that he exaggerated on. Well, let's face it, we all have a tendency to exaggerate at times. And so I'm not giving him a pass. But I am saying when you just outright lie, it just doesn't look good. So that's the debate. It's done. It's in the can. And we're going to get ready. Now, there's going to be a second debate, but I don't think it's going to be with Biden. I think he's finished. What about you? Thanks for watching today. My name is Mike Calo for Exposed, the Calo podcast. Tell your family, tell your friends. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.
Healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare, move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Some of them. He said he's the only president in a while who didn't have any troops dying anywhere in the world. Troops have, of course, died on his watch. He said he's put in a $15 per shot cap on insulin and Medicare. It's a $35 a month cap. He said it's a $200 cap on overall drug spending in Medicare. It's $2,000 a year. He said the border now has fewer crossings than when Trump was in office. That's generally not true. He said, or at least strongly suggested, unemployment was at 15% when he took office. It was actually 6.4. He said Trump wants to get rid of Social Security. Trump doesn't. He said billionaires pay 8.2% in taxes. It's much higher. He said Trump told Americans to inject bleach amid COVID. We know Trump made foolish comments about scientists studying disinfectant injection, but didn't frame it as advice to people. And Biden said the Border Patrol endorsed him. No, its union supported the border bill he supported, never endorsed him himself.